Hey, I just wanted to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching our channel. We really enjoy putting videos out that hopefully help people with their hobby farm and things that they're doing. This is our fun little getaway to do carriage stuff. Maybe or maybe not, we'll take Santa with us. We'll see. But anyway, enjoy the video. Hey everybody, welcome to Yellow Dog Farm. Hey, today we're going to take a look at our carriages. Something that I just love to do is drive these around with our draft horses. Mr. Zico can be pretty darn fast when he wants to, so it can be a ton of fun, or we can just take a family out for fun. I know that, like I said, everybody doesn't have carriages, so I'll kind of put all these in context of cars, if you will. This wagon is my daily driver. 95% of the time I use this. It's amazing. It's got, and when I say amazing, it's really good here for the farm. You know, we just have a bunch of trails here, no roads or anything like that. So the pneumatic tires work out really well for us. They soak up most of the bumps. They're essentially motorcycle tires, so they work really great. It has a cut under, which is really important because the horse can turn very sharp, and you don't have to worry about the wheels binding onto the carriage. And I'll show you my older carriage in a little bit here about why that's super important. It's a 6-passenger wagonette, so we can always take our friends. And then it's a Roberts carriage that quickly can switch from single horse shafts to a team pole setup that I have here in my shop. So once again, daily driver. This one is what I call my rat rod. I put this thing together a couple weeks ago and have a whole video about the way that I put it together, then had to tear it apart and put it together again. The really cool thing about this, it does have the motorcycle tires as well, and it will flat fly. It's really not all that heavy compared to a wagon, and so Zico can really turn and burn on this thing. It has removable shafts, so you can take these shafts out, put it in the back of a pickup truck, and it transports really easily. I've never ended up doing that. I really prefer to ride here on the farm. These two are my go-to. I use these almost all the time because they are so simple here. And now I'm going to show you my 2 other carriages that I have in storage over on the other side of the farm. I'm going to bring out one today and get it ready for a potential Santa Claus delivery. He may or may not be coming on Christmas Day. We'll see. The COVID stuff is pretty tough, so if the neighbors have their get-together, we'll go ahead and use it to deliver Santa, and if not, well, we'll just have fun decorating it and getting it ready. So let's look at the other ones. Now this carriage is very, very special to me, and if I was going to talk about it as a car, I would call it a Model T. This Surrey was built circa 1905. We don't know the exact date because the carriage doesn't have a label on it or a stamp. But this thing is about 115 years old. We only get it out for very special occasions. We actually delivered a bride in her wedding with this, and she was able to pull this carriage with her horse, which was just so cool. So actually we drove it, she went and got married, but it was a really great event. Very, very special. Now there's a lot of things that have changed in the design of carriages since this carriage was built. You'll notice the front wheels are slightly smaller, but not a whole lot. And there's no cut under in this carriage, so it can only turn so sharp until the wheels are rubbing against the side of the carriage. And that can be awful dangerous if your horse spooked or wouldn't stop, because you could actually flip this carriage. So you know, something that I worry about every single time I drive it. And of course it is quite old now, so I even hesitate sometimes to even get up in it. But it's just beautiful. A person that's become a great friend through this carriage is Randy Silvers out of Virginia. He restored this carriage and sold it to us, and he just was so kind. I called up and I said I would really like it, but I don't know when I can get there. And now that I know Randy, I know this is just like him, and he said, don't worry, I will hold this carriage for you and you come and get it. So he helped us get it on the trailer, get it all packaged up, and I've just really enjoyed it since then. You can see it's got oil lanterns that he also was willing to part with, so we went ahead and put those on the carriage as well. Anyway, this thing is just fantastic. I just really pamper this thing just as much as I can. So I'm going to go get it back in storage and make sure that I don't do any harm to it. And you know, we'll wait for a perfect day, super gentle horse, all that kind of stuff to drive it around. So there's our equivalent of the Model T. Now this carriage is for more formal things, something like a wedding. You know, it's sort of like it's not a Cadillac, it's not that fancy, but you know, it might be something like a Buick Town Car, something like that. You know, it's dressy. You can take it out for a special occasion, but that's about it. So I tend to keep it here in our storage container and just take it out for special occasions, which is coming up. So we're going to take it over and clean it up and decorate it up. It's called a Victoria, and the difference between what everyone is used to, it's called a vis-a-vis, which in French means face-to-face. So it would have two of these normal-sized seats facing each other. You often see them in wedding ceremonies. This is called a Victoria. It just has the single forward-facing seat, which I found that everybody pretty much prefers anyway, and then it has a small jump seat for children. So this is you know, it's something you might see at a commercial carriage company, that kind of thing. And when we ran our small carriage company, it toured one of the local plantations here, we would use this carriage. So we'll take this thing over the barn and clean it up.